Hey guys, Chris again. Today we're going to be talking about victim mentality and the dangers that it possesses. Now, victim mentality is where you seem to think that life, people, everybody's out to get you. Where you believe yourself to be a victim of something, when in reality you're really not. It's just the way that you perceive things around you. Instead of taking responsibility for your actions and for the things around you and for your own life decisions that you've made that have led up to these situations, you blame something else. Everything from blaming white people, blaming the Jews, blaming the government, blaming big business. You basically just blame everybody else for your problems. Now, this is an inherently dangerous thing, in my view, because it creates an environment with which you don't believe that you can actually succeed. That you're not going to go out and you're not going to try things to the furthest of your abilities to try and better yourself, to try and make a better life, not only for yourself, but for your children, for your wife, for your husband, for whatever. You stagnate yourself because you don't think that you can actually do anything. Because you honestly believe that you are being pushed down for some reason by some force. Now, some things that create a victim mentality are being told that you're always going to work at McDonald's because you're black, and we live in a white supremacist society that black people just can't succeed in. So you're gonna be at McDonald's for your entire life. Someone who keeps being told this isn't really gonna want to go out and do much with their life. They're going to honestly believe that, yeah, I'm stuck at McDonald's. This sucks. This creates a class of people that don't actually go out and try to better themselves. They don't go out to try and create a life for themselves, to create a better life. This extends to things like feminism, or women believe that they'll never make it in STEM because STEM is a sexist field. It's really not. I mean, you can make it into STEM if you want. I'm fairly certain nobody's going to stop you. Now, something else that this rhetoric that creates victim mentality is doing is creating a very divisive sort of dialogue between people. It's creating an environment with which the color of your skin and the genitals you have between your legs are somehow important again, that determine who you are instead of just determining what you are. It's used as social currency in some ways and in some circles to say that I'm a woman in STEM somehow has meaning to a group of people that think that this deserves congratulations, when in reality it's just congratulations, you're someone in STEM. Why can't you just be a person in STEM? Why do you have to be a woman? Why do you have to be a successful black person? Why can't you just be a successful person? It's because of these victim mentalities that we view success of minorities and of women to be above that of success of white men, basically. Somehow it means something more to be successful as a black person than it does to be successful as a white person. Somehow it means more to have a female CEO than to have a male CEO. Like, somehow this is an important distinction that needs to be made. This does nothing but further the divisiveness that's created because of these victim mentalities and these victim mindsets and these victim narratives that are being presented that create these situations. When in reality, anybody in this country can succeed. Look at Alex Jones. Anybody in this country can become successful. Victim mentality also creates a level of marginalization, where you believe that because of the color of your skin, you are being oppressed by pretty much everybody who's not the color of your skin, by the oppressors. In this case, it's quite typically white men that are straight. This creates a mentality with which you can feel like the only recourse that you have is to strike back, to fight some sort of a fight that's not actually there. So you're fighting against a ghost enemy. This has created many movements such as Black Lives Matter and has led to the resurgence of Antifa within public circles, where Black Lives Matter feels like they need to protest every police shooting that happens to a black person, regardless of if it's justified or not, because it has to be not justified. Police are racist. We should kill the police because they're racist. And in the case of Antifa, that we live in a fascist society somehow because Trump got elected. So we need to smash that society. We need to harm people. This is creating not only a danger to the people with the victim mentalities that they are going to get hurt in retaliation, but to people who have done absolutely nothing wrong, who don't hold any of these viewpoints of which they're being accused of holding. This is putting their lives in danger, their safety in danger, and you can very clearly see that with Antifa rallies, where people get bashed in the head with bike locks, or people get maced and beat and pummeled with pipes. This victim mentality is creating an environment of violence in retaliation to them thinking that they are the victims of something. Now, there are all sorts of success stories that you can go out there and look at, where people go out and they make tons of money, even though they're women, they're Muslims. Somehow we were able to overcome the heteronormative white patriarchy that just oppresses women and minorities to the point where they can't succeed, but somehow they do succeed more often here than in other countries. It's really baffling the level of mental gymnastics that these people have to go through to really justify what's happening to them. Whenever a woman is successful, it's because she acted like a man, apparently. Whenever a black person is successful, it's because he acted like a white person. Instead of giving these people the recognition that they deserve for being successful, instead they're made successful because they acted like something that they're not, or something that they're not acting like at all. This just furthers more victim mentality. This just furthers the idea that you have to be white or you have to be male to succeed. It's really worrying to see, especially within my society that is, I believe, please correct me if I'm wrong, the most racially diverse country in the entire planet. We're a country that you don't have to be white or male to succeed. You can be anything and succeed quite easily, honestly. It's not hard to find success, to live a comfortable life. It's creating an environment with which white men that are successful are demonized because they're white men and successful, to the point where they feel like they have to elevate people that aren't white males to positions of power that they probably don't actually rightfully deserve and aren't as equipped for it as other people that maybe were white men or white women. It's creating a very dangerous situation where we're no longer living in a meritocracy, where we're living in some sort of a racial, not really sure the word for it, but we're not living in a meritocracy. If we're elevating people because of the color of their skin, if we're hiring people because they have different genitals between their legs, that's not meritocracy. And that's dangerous. Because we're going to see companies failing. We're going to see products not being built as well as they could be. We're going to see a lack of diversity of ideas for the sake of diversity of skin color. That's going to see a decline in society. We're going to see a decline in productivity. We're going to see a decline in leadership. People wanted to vote for Hillary Clinton because she's a woman. Oh, we can have the first woman president. Who cares if she's a shitty human being? She's a woman. She has to be there. These are the fruits of the victim mentality. These are the fruits of pushing a narrative that if you're a woman or if you're a minority, you're oppressed, and overcoming that should be celebrated. This is what comes of it. This is what I've been speaking out about for years and years and years. Not vocally like this on a YouTube channel, but more privately. But I've tried arguing with people about this numerous times. I've been blocked by numerous people that I considered friends, to the point where I don't think I actually have any IRL friends left. It's a bit troubling to see that happening. Not that I've lost friends, that's fine. But to see people so unwilling to engage in dialogue, to have their ideas challenged, that's troubling. That they would rather be a victim than to realize that they're not. Well, hey guys, I really want to thank you guys for watching. If you have something to add, something to question, anything, please comment down below. I did receive my first dislike on a video. I didn't receive any comments on it, though. I'm going to tell you right now, I don't really care if you like or dislike the video. What I care about is your view. I care about discussion. So if you don't like what I have to say, or if you completely disagree with it, please comment down below. And I'd be more than happy to hear your point of view and hear your side of things. I really do like the diversity of ideas. I think that that's far more important than the diversity of anything else. Again, I really want to thank you guys for watching, and I hope you have a great day.